Alright, so we're going to start by warming up some water, and this is for the pizza, and right now it is 2:20, so I need to hustle. I should have started this about an hour ago, but we're gonna get started. Alright, next I need to grab a couple of these really large pots. I'm filling them all up with water. I need 2 of them for the mashed potatoes and 1 of them for the corn. I might have to do 2 batches of corn because I only have 3 of these really large pots. And that one doesn't look so clean, but that's okay. I will give it a quick clean. That's what happens when the kids do the dishes. Alright, that water is on, and I just need to close the shade, not the shade, the window, otherwise that will blow the flame. Alright, let's wash this one. Alright, we're using some active dry yeast, but I'm still going to mix it in water first. And this is about half a pack. Alright. Next we're going to add a heaping tablespoon. That's like 2 tablespoons. I'm going to add more because I'm not adding that much yeast and I really need to speed this along. Alright, so I'm going to add a little bit more yeast, so it's going to end up being probably 1 whole packet, and that's just because I'm a little bit short on time. I keep my yeast in here. I don't know why. That's where I keep it. Alright, so now it's time to add some water, and I want to make sure that the water isn't too hot. I had it on the stove, so I can put my finger in it, so I mean it's not too hot. My hands are clean, don't worry. But it is like bordering on too hot. So I'm going to add a little bit more cold water because I don't want to kill my yeast. Even though I'm in a hurry, I want to make sure that, you know, the dough rises properly. Alright, so I have not measured, I know, but I'm going to say this is probably 4 to 6 cups because I'm going to try to make a double batch. Yeah, go ahead, you can mix that up, and then we're going to add some salt.
Add salt?
No, I'm going to add salt after you mix it up. Alright, I'm also going to add some salt. And you want to add enough to flavor it, enough to stop the rising process, but not too much that it keeps it from rising. So that was quite a bit of salt, but I also have quite a bit of sugar and a lot of warm water. So I think that that's enough. If you don't add enough salt, your dough's not going to taste good. And also the sugar makes it taste good too. It's not going to taste sweet, but it's just going to have a really nice subtle flavor to it. Alright, so it's time to get the flour in. We need a ton of flour because we've got so much water. This is a really big bowl. My goal is to make a double batch of pizza puffs, and I usually make 1 batch is 18, and I want to make 36. I'm going to cut them all in half so that we have 72 halves. That's the plan. Alright, so I've got a lot of flour in there, but I'm going to need more, and I know I do because it's really easy to mix. So before I get this all incorporated, I'm going to add another maybe 1.5 cups, possibly. And then I'm just going to keep mixing this. You don't need to knead it, so I'm just going to mix this and then set it aside to rise. Alright, so this is how sticky I make the dough. You can make it even wetter or drier, but I'm going to stop here and I'm just going to be covering it with a plate. On to the next thing. So this is only about not even 1/3 of the pasta, the mac and cheese that I'm making. So I think that's too much for my bowl, or for my pot. So I'm going to have to do it in 3 batches. Alright, so that's on high, and that's about 3.5 boxes, and I was going to do a total of 10 boxes. I've got over 50 people coming. Yes, I'm heavily salting the water. I tend to oversalt, yes. Alright, let's give this a good mix. And I want to make sure that this is al dente, so I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes and check on it, because I definitely don't want to overcook this. A little undercooked, better than overcooked. Alright, we're going to do our last batch of pasta in a minute. We've got 2 of them down right here. It's a huge tray, I gotta mix that up. And then we're gonna get started on our corn. I'm just soaking it first. All right, let's attempt to mix this. Wow, that's gonna be harder than I thought. I don't think I've got a bowl big enough to mix this. I added a little bit of cream, Velveeta cheese, the cheese that came in the mac and cheese, and then I'll top it with cheese and then we'll bake it. Yum. Okay, that is nice and cheesy. Look at that.
Let me see.
That is awesome. Look at that.
Yeah, before after a treat.
Alright, I'm gently mixing this so that I don't break any of the pasta. I made sure I did the pasta al dente just because I figured it would still be cooking a little bit once it's done. And this is really hard to do. Alright, so the mac and cheese is done. I'm going to add some mozzarella cheese to the top and then we are going to bake it. But I'm going to not bake it yet, but I am going to keep it in the oven because we're not ready to eat for a few hours. Alright, so we've got 2 pots of potatoes, a third one on its way. You guys are almost done with the potatoes. It's 20 pounds of potatoes. I don't have enough pots, so we have to do this in batches. And then I'm going to do my soup afterwards, after I do the corn. Alright, so the potatoes are taking a really long time to cook. I am doing the barbecue chicken, so these are all drumsticks with barbecue sauce, and I'm doing that in the oven. So I am probably going to have to do 4 trays, and this is what it looks like right now. Woo. I'm going to do broil for 15 minutes, and then I will bake the rest of it for like another 30 to 40 minutes. All right, so it's time to put another tray in. Oh my goodness, that's heavy. Oh, and that's high. Okay. Whew. Okay, and so the second row, let me pull that out so you can see it. It broiled for 15 minutes, so it's nice. Oh my goodness, look at that. Nice and browned on top. That one got a little bit too black, but the rest of them are good. And it's still really juicy, like really moist. Well, there's still a lot of sauce. So we're gonna leave that uncovered for another 15, maybe 30 minutes while that one goes on top, and then I'll keep moving them down and then moving them out. So let's set the timer for 15 minutes and then we'll come back to it. Let's get another tray prepared. Alright, so these are the dates on 2 little dishes. I'm going to just cover them, stick them in the refrigerator, and that's done. I'm still waiting on the corn, but check out the dough. It's risen pretty well. We already have a stack of dishes. We're going to dry those and put those away in a little bit. We also have a lot of these glass bottles that we're going to make some homemade lemonade for. And let's check out, we got some onions over there for the soup. The potatoes are just about done. I think I'm going to do the lemonade first, and then I am going to come back and do those mashed potatoes. We have our mac and cheese in the oven. It's just not even on warm yet. And we have 3 trays of barbecue chicken. The first tray is still browning, and those 2 are just cooking, and then I'll transfer them to a big metal tray, one of those big ones. All right, so let's keep going. So half the barbecue chicken is done. Some of them got a little bit more cooked than I would have wanted, and that happened all in the last like 3 minutes. So instead of 15 minutes for being on broil, I think 12 to 14 minutes is perfect. I'm making some lemonade, and I'm using the stevia extract to sweeten it. So I've got 4 bottles, but I think I need some more lemon juice. And so my son juiced some lemons here. These are from my neighbor's garden, and I don't know whether they are the Myers lemon or the tart lemon. So, and we're fasting, so I can't taste them. All right, so we have quite a bit more in here. So I think rather than try to make 2 more jars, I'm going to just mix it with the 4 that I already have and maybe make 1 more. We'll see. I don't want to do 6 that are diluted and then none of them taste good. So we're gonna make them nice and strong and lemony. All right, so this is for the mashed potatoes. I've got a pound of butter. I think that's a pound. 4 sticks of butter, some buttermilk since I didn't want to use my cream, since I need my cream for the coffee and the tea for tonight, and then some cheese, and then some salt and garlic powder. So let me show you. I still have the the corn to do, and the pizzas, but let me show you how I am chilling our lemonade. It's in here. People are supposed to come in 2 hours, so I don't think that will be too long for them to burst. So hopefully they'll be chilled just right. All right, so the mashed potatoes are in the huge tray, and now I'm going to attempt to mash them. There's already butter and, ooh, my masher's not that great. It's gonna come apart. There's already butter and the cheese in there, but I'm thinking I might need more of both and more salt. And not too much garlic powder, because I don't think the kids like garlic powder as much. And I've got 1 dishwasher. Some compost. My corn! I still need to make my corn. And I still have the dough, or the pizzas to make. Alright, so the mashed potatoes are done. I added some cheese on the top. I'm going to stick it in the oven and let it just wait until we need to brown the top. And then I'm going to start on my corn right here and my pizza. Ooh, kind of close. Alright, so the baked mac and cheese is done. The top is getting nice and brown. And the mashed potatoes are done too, nice and brown with a bit of cheese on both. Ooh, I am super excited about those two. Alright, so the oven is off now, and I'm just going to let it be. I am working on the salad right now, and we are doing the soup and the corn. And it's 5:30, so I gotta hustle. Alright, so the salad is nearly done. I'm gonna go ahead and dress it right now, even though we're not gonna eat for a couple hours, but I'm not gonna toss it. So the dressing will mostly be at the bottom, but it saves me from doing one thing once the guests arrive. And then after I dress it, I'll add like the toppings onto it. So I'm about to add the corn to this pot of water, because this one is boiling. This one's not quite boiling yet. And I have the onions frying for the tomato soup. I'm just going to let them saute a little bit more before I add in the rest of the ingredients. That's going to be super fast, so let's get the corn going. So I think I'll do 2 pots since I've got 2 pots going, and I don't think they're all going to fit in this one. Alright, so the salad is done. That's my son's mashed potatoes. A lone cup, but otherwise the counter is pretty clean. And then we have our soup, which is done. I'm just gonna keep it on like the lowest simmer because we just don't need it for a while. This batch of corn is done. I'm gonna let it just stick around in the water. This one still needs to get done. I'm starting on my pizzas. That's the chicken. So we are in crunch time. We got the pizzas done, the corn is there, the chicken is there. That's for the tea. The sink is done, no more dishes. And it is 20 to 7. My guests arrive in less than 20 minutes. Got the soup, we got the salad, we have more stuff in the oven, so we are all set. So I'm gonna go get ready, and that's it, guys. I'm gonna take you outside in just a minute and let you see what we did outside.
Can you dry this?
Oh my goodness, it all fits. And then up here, look at that. That's the salad, yes. Soup, this. Oh my goodness, less than 10 minutes. We did it. I got my 2 boys doing the rest of the dishes, and I'm gonna go get ready. Oh, I gotta show you the outside. So we have one, this table is for the serving the food. Got a busboard trays underneath so we can put all of our dishes. We're using no disposables. We try to be environmentally friendly. I know they're plastic though, but hey, that's something. Water over there, serving utensils, all the utensils here. That's for iftar food. That table seats, I think, 10. That's for the ladies. A little extra seating for the girls and the young children and the boys. And that's another, gosh, maybe 20, 30 people? Yeah. Let's see if we can all fit. I think we're 50 today. I'm not sure if that's gonna work. I think we need some more chairs. Okay, so we have salad, we have mashed potatoes, we have mac and cheese, we have corn, chicken, pizza.